The problem that we face is the situation of about 27 million people in the world in slavery today. And when I say that, I don't mean people in sweatshops, I don't mean people in bad marriages, I mean people in real slavery, absolute slavery, the kind of slavery that would be recognized as such at any time in human history. People completely controlled by violence, the threat of violence. They can't walk away, they've lost their free will, they're being economically exploited, and they're being paid nothing beyond subsistence. The fundamental attributes of slavery across all time. Our big challenges in that is that a significant number of people in the general population and in faith communities are unaware that there are 27 million people in slavery. There's been a very large expansion in the number of people in slavery in the last 50 years, and there's a lack of awareness of that. So one of our most important jobs, particularly when we work with faith communities, is the idea of raising that awareness. It's absolutely the case that everybody wants to know what they can do. And when people find out about modern slavery, and they find out about, for example, the raids that we do in India or Nepal, where we rescue children from slavery and take them to a rehabilitation center, they look at things like that and they say, I know what I want to do. I want to go over there. I want to kick in a door. I want to take a slave child out. I want to punch the slaveholder in the nose as I run out the door. I want to be up in a sunset with a Hallmark card look as I, lift this kid out of slavery. But the truth of the matter is that for those of us who live in North America and Western Europe, we can't do that. We don't speak the languages, we don't fit into the culture. We need to use the talents that we have, which include both the gold and silver talents as well as our own personal talents, to make a difference. And what that tends to mean is helping to make sure our communities and our faith communities understand this issue and this problem. Helping them to see a way to support those who are on the front lines of liberation and rehabilitation. And that literally goes back to the very simple ideas of raising awareness through Sunday school classes or adult education classes, and then mobilizing the resources that will support those people who are on the ground. Because I have to tell you, there are people today who are the Frederick Douglasses and the Harriet Tubmans of the past. People who literally every day put their lives at risk to get people out of slavery and help them to freedom and to new lives. Those are people we hardly ever hear about, but they are great heroes of abolition, and they need our support. Virtually every person in my job in past anti-slavery movements had a nervous breakdown. William Wilberforce, Thomas Clarkson, Frederick Douglass, William Lloyd Garrison, all of them had breakdowns. All of the histories of these movements are shot through with people burning the candle at both ends until they collapse, and then have to remove themselves from their human rights movement for several years as they recover. I'm glad I did my homework, because at the very beginning of the organization here in the United States, we said, let's see if we can be the first anti-slavery movement that doesn't have its leaders suffer breakdowns. And so far, knock wood, we've achieved that, though we've come close a few times. Every day gives us enormous hope, because almost every day there's a big victory, and lives are changed.